Hi, my name is Nick, sometimes known as Sick Nick, sometimes referred to as Tricky Nicky, and an American. I have resided here in America since 1992. I was born an American citizen because my mother is American, even though she resided in England when I was born. I was a dual citizen, but I renounced my allegiance to England and remained an American. So I live here. This is my homeland, and that is a bond I share with everyone who lives here, regardless of our property rights, our property that we possess, the restrictions that are placed over our bodies, and our legal status. So I want to have unity with Americans who fit that description, because a lot of the world don't care much about America right now. A lot of the world doesn't respect America beyond the fact that they respect that America has nuclear weapons, and thus they have thus far abstained from using nuclear weapons against us, as we have against them, with the exception of Japan in 1945. The government of this land has a bunch of policies that have been put in place through various processes and that restrict our behavior here in America, to the point that people are finding it harder and harder to survive. People are discussing the fall of the American empire and comparing it to the fall of Rome, where barbarians sprang out and sought food. It's disputed whether animals such as dogs and cats are being eaten in America, but it is indisputable that they will be if we don't get economic freedom. There is not a thing governments accomplish better than private enterprise and charity could accomplish, including the security of the defenseless, which is my highest priority here on this planet. To me, children, regardless of where they live, regardless of their parents' beliefs or their parents' actions, to me, they are worthy of protection and peace. So, to me, it's important that security exists for they and for other defenseless parties in this world. That's why I want a charity that prevents slavery, trespassing, the possession of nuclear weapons, and child or animal abuse, as defined by donors to that charity in proportion to how much they donate. There is moral disagreement over what constitutes abuse, but this is a good mechanism to resolve that question. It empowers people. If they disagree with what the policy is, there's a mechanism to change it, which is either donating your own money or convincing people who have money that your arguments are more sound than anyone else's. So, I'm going to try to finish a book that goes into detail as to how the security force is going to do this and kind of discusses some of the steps I think need to be taken and kind of peeks a little bit into some of the future that I envision. I'm also going to try to publish a book that peeks more into that future in a novel form. I'm going to try to get these things done real soon because we got this election coming up and it seems like it's not going to be it seems like people aren't going to be happy regardless of which of these two people that are at the front of these tickets, these two big candidates, wins, as long as they attempt to carry out what they've said they're going to attempt to carry out. My proposition is that at some point, this debt crisis is going to prevent this government from doing what it wants to do, and that my proposals are going to be the only ones that have any realistic chance of success given the predicament that we're going to find ourselves in. So, some food for thought. Take care.